Showing someone that you're rich and being wealthy are two fundamentally very different things. Your phone should not be the most expensive thing that you own. That is so fucked up. As a student, there is an inherent pressure to perform, or rather to like show off. What does this lead to? Everyone buying iPhones, getting a bike, eating out, buying new clothes. The list goes on and on and on. Today, I will talk about everything that you need to know as a student to make better financial decisions for years to come. Two things that you must know before you start your financial freedom journey. One is assets and another is liability. So, what is an asset? Very simply put, assets put money into your pocket, and liabilities, on the other hand, takes it out. Anything could be an asset. Properties, gold, a business, or it could be even something as simple as saving money in your bank account. They all have one thing in common, which is they're working to make you more money. Liabilities, on the other hand, cost you money. So let's say, for example, a bike. Not only does it lose value the moment you drive it off the showroom, it also costs money to maintain. So you have to take insurance, you have to feed it like petrol and stuff, tax, maintenance. It's a money suck, right? It drains you of your money. It's a liability because it is taking money away from you. So now, does that mean you should never buy a bike? It really depends. You just have to be smart with your purchases. Like, you have to think, if something is an asset or a liability, what is the net benefit? Am I getting any net benefit? Let's say, sure, my bike is costing me money, but the return that I'm getting by saving time is much more. It really depends, right? Or let's say someone just buys a car and is just because he wanted to buy a car. That does not really make sense, right? Let's talk about assets in particular in more detail. There are two types of assets. The first type is cash flowing asset. The first type is where they generate money for you. This type of assets make money for you. Let's say a business or a rental property, or even your skills. It can be considered as an asset, right? Your business makes money for you, your rental property makes money for you, your skills. This is the most active and the easiest to learn, the easiest to start with. It makes money for you. The other type of asset is the one where it is making money for you by something called appreciation. So what does that mean? This is when you buy something at like a lower price, let's say 10 taka, and after a few days it becomes 13 taka. Let's say you put like thousands of those, right? Like one is making you 10 to 13, that is like 3 taka profit. Let's say you buy thousands of those, right? So that will make you like, let's say 1,000 into 3, that is 3,000. That's how it works. Gold works this way. Most stocks work this way. Everyone's favorite crypto, right? It also tries to work in the same way. Ideal asset would preferably do both. Like, it will generate you income as well as appreciate in value. You will never be able to invest if you don't have any money. It's pretty self-explanatory. So step number 1 of investing, start making money. I personally started earning when I was in grade 10. I used to tutor kids and also did video editing in the side. Then I decided to join an agency. I'm not saying that you should learn video editing. A lot of people are like selling courses that video editing will change your life. Maybe it will, but not everyone has to be a video editor, right? You could be something else. Like, the video editing market is pretty saturated. That does not mean that no one is making money or that you should not start. If you have a talent for it, you should definitely go for it. It is very lucrative, but everyone should not do the same thing. Anyways, we are going off track here. So I would say get a job, do tutor kids, do anything, but like start making money, because otherwise you will not be able to invest. So for me personally, I think that like a business is ideal because it does not have a ceiling, and you could like scale it infinitely, technically, like infinitely with asterisks. Not everyone should do business, because business is not for everyone. Not everyone should get a job, because a job is not for everyone either. You have to find your strengths and weaknesses. You have to get your skills. You have to understand if you can monetize it in a businessy way, or if you can monetize it in a job way, right? So like your particular skill set, your personality, everything comes down to your decision whether you want to get a job or start a business. Getting a job is easier. Starting a business is a little bit different. I started a business from literally zero, with $0, zero taka. So I started from 0 to 1. Now we are doing alhamdulillah well, right? So anyways, a job is easy for most people because you have guidance. Your superiors will literally tell you what to do. In business, you have to figure out everything by yourself. Technically no one is there to guide you, but then again, there's YouTube. If you're like self-sufficient person, you could use YouTube to your advantage and learn anything from it. Even internship, freelancing, part-time jobs, anything, just start getting money. The first thing that you need to do when you start making money is create a budget. But even before that, here are the essential things that you need. Number one, bank account. I have friends that are like in their third or fourth year of university, but they still don't have a bank account. I don't know why. What are you guys doing? You definitely need a bank account as soon as you can get one. I told my mom to give me a bank account in her name when I was 16, when I started earning money. So this is non-negotiable. After your bank account, or even before you can make a bank account, you'd need an NID. I also have friends in the university who does not have an ID yet. Why don't you have an ID? So without NID, the next two you can not get. Like you could have gotten a bank account with your passport or something, but without your NID, you will not be able to get a BO account. What is a BO account? A BO account is a beneficiary owner account. You need this account to buy or sell stocks in Dhaka Stock Exchange. And lastly, you need an ETIN. So ETIN is basically your electronic tax identification number. You don't need this absolutely, but eventually you will be needing it to file your taxes. You do need to be 18 before you can open most of this anyways. So keep that in mind. Now budgeting. What I follow is the 50-30-20 rule. So what does that mean? 50% is your necessities. So that is, let's say, your university fees, your home rent, groceries, for eating, but not for eating out. That does not fall under necessities. You can go without eating out. Eating out, right? 30% is for your wants. That is your luxuries, little luxuries in life. Let's say you want to buy an iPhone, you could use this amount to save up and get your iPhone. You want to eat out, use this percentage of your budget. If you want to, let's say, spend it on something random, like, I don't know, a game, or even if you want to gamble. I'm not saying you should, but if you want to, like, burn it up, for all I care. It does not matter. This is for your guilt-free spending. Like, this money, even if you, as a metaphor, even if you burn it, should not hurt you if you really wanted to. But I don't think that is a smart idea. And lastly, we have 20%. It is a non-negotiable. This is for investing. You save or invest this no matter what. So now, how to start investing? So this is the part you have been waiting for, right? So step number 1, pay off all your high interest loans if you have them. Considering that you're pretty early on in life, you're a student, you should not have loans to your name at least. So that is nice, but if you have any loans that is high interest, credit card loans or personal loans with high interest, you should try to knock those off. Step 2, build an emergency fund. What is an emergency fund? It is basically 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses that is your necessities that you cannot live without. Let's say you can include your university fees, then your groceries, commute, etc. Like এগুলো মিলায় যত amount হয়, the amount of money that totals up to this amount, you have to multiply it by ideally 6 or 3, whichever you think is better for you. So save that up and put it somewhere safe, and that is your emergency fund. So what do you do with this emergency fund? This is basically a buffer so that you don't have to touch your investments if you run into an emergency. This is your safety net. Do not touch it unless you absolutely have to. So yeah. So now number 3, you start investing. But as you're a student, the best thing that you can do is start very simple. So I will only tell you one thing that you will do right now. You will invest in a mutual trust fund. Keep it very simple, just one mutual trust fund for now. In the next videos, I'll give you like more comprehensive details about what to do. Now, one of the most common excuses I hear at this point is, I don't earn much, I will start investing when I earn more. Let me break it to you clean. You'll never start investing. There will always be a reason not to. The only 2 things that you need to do is increase your income and live below your means. This is how you build wealth. The gap between what you earn and what you use, this gap is your wealth building machine. Now that you're making money, don't let your successes fool you. You need to be frugal. Let's look at the power of compounding. Even if you save 500 taka every month using step up SIP strategy, step up means you increase your monthly invested by 10% every year. Let's see what happens. 5 years, you have 50,000 taka. 10 years, 1,50,000. 20 বছরে 7,70,000. 30 years is like 30 lakhs. Let's say we increase the monthly invested just by 100 taka more. Let's see what happens. If we increase it just by 100 taka per month, we have 6 lakh taka more by the end. This is the power of compounding, and the earlier you start, the more power it holds. And as a student, one thing that you have going for yourself is your time. You have more of it than anyone else. If you're a student, don't stress out too much. Just keep on studying, start building your skills, try to contribute a little bit to your finances, and you'll be fine, trust me. This is about discipline and self-improvement. This will not be an overnight thing anyways, so don't stress yourself out over this. Let me tell you a story. I started earning when I was 16. I was tutoring kids. My monthly salary was 8,000 taka. Said and done, that came out to around roughly 250 taka per hour. I'm 23 now, and I make roughly 6,000 taka per hour. That's a CAGR, which means compounded annual growth rate of 57%. Let me put that into perspective. The stock market would give you anything between 10 to 15% per year, if you're lucky. Gold gives you 8 to 10% on an average. I'm not talking about this last year, on an average. Fixed deposits maybe 9% at max. My hourly growth rate increased by 57% every year for 7 years straight. No stocks, no crypto, no scheme, nothing. Just skills, discipline, and my ability to show up every day. The highest returning investment you will ever make will not be in the stock market, it will not be gold, it will not be any crypto. It will be you yourself. I want to end this video by saying build your skills, stack your income, let compounding do the rest. Build a life you look forward to. If you enjoyed the video, do like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions. I definitely get back to you. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.